Plevia. I'm Christopher Hollins. I have been working 5 years at the brightopolis police agency. During at home, I usually talk to my wife and play video games with my son and play tea parties with my sister. I usually eat breakfast at 7:30, and before I leave, I hug my kids goodbye and walk to the police station. But everything changed on May 26, 1984. My police car was parked in the road, far away from right office. I was eating donuts. Yeah, it kind of sucks just waiting here for any criminals to pass by that's going over the limits. And then I finally caught a speeder passing by my car. And then on the radio says, calling police 105, detected speeding blue police car, license number 112334777 Then I started off my 1960s police car. I turned on the sirens and I went off. The high speed chase went around 5 minutes until I hit a pole, and I didn't care. I just keep continuing. But when I reached 5 feet from the runaway car, a tanker truck came out of nowhere, and I barely dodged it. I was like, wow, that was very close. And then we finally managed to trap the suspect. We yelled at "Leech not Zenyo," which means get on the ground in Russian. But then a flash, a big bang. It came from the oil refinery. I was far away from Brightopolis. I covered my ears and my eyes at the same time, but it doesn't matter. I continue. I put him in handcuffs and shoved him in the police car, and we went back to the police station with the huge fire behind me. I saw fire trucks too, with their loud sirens on, and they passed me, probably putting the fire out. And then, 10 minutes later, a bigger flash, beh- like, like behind me. It was a big explosion, and the suspect was still in my car. Yo, check this out, said Tim Horry, also known as the suspect. Not now, Tim Horry. I got a lot. And then I was knocked out by the blast. And then I crashed my car into a bus station. When I woke up 3 minutes later, I realized it was already dark. I was thinking to myself, how long was I knocked out? And then, when I looked up to the sky, I saw flying debris. It looked like a meteor shower, and I was just terrified. And then I ran on my feet, fleeing from the huge fire behind me. I kept running until I reached the streets. After all the huffing puffing, I finally reached the police station, and so is the flying debris. First debris hit the building, and then hit our police station, and then I ran as fast as I could. With the debris still falling, I saw around me the debris hitting monitors, windows, and other structures. I ignored the panicking, screaming people, and then the flying debris hit the train bridge, and I can hear the horns of a train. I avoided the rail screeching sound above. I hid in the alleys as I watched the horrifying train hitting hundreds of cars. And I ran to a building and went to the basement. I kept hiding in the basement until the falling debris is finished. Then after 30 minutes, it was finally over. So I went out the basement and I saw the terrible destruction from the oil refinery. 3 hours has passed. The president said that the cloud will stay for 4 months, and I still can live with it. And we still have our suspect. We took him to the court, and the judge said he's sentenced to death penalty, which is an explosive. So we put an empty room with a window in it, put a C4 in him, and leave him there. Then we close the door, and we watch the horrifying vision of the explosion. After 10 seconds, the bomb finally went off, and then kaboom! Guts and blood splatter on the window and all over the room. We can never see Timur again. I have to live in darkness for 4 months, but the Greater Classic Union built a machine that can light up backyards, front yards, pools, beaches, and any outdoor place. And if you're a police officer in the brightopolis Police Agency, don't ever, ever have a police chase next to an oil refinery. Thanks for listening to this audio only video.